Erika Kirk, a subject of controversy as of late, addressed some of the online backlash and conspiracy theories floating around social media while being interviewed by Bari Weiss. Meanwhile, Nick Fuentes, who has been one of the larger voices asking questions about Erika and the Charlie Kirk assassination, responded to Erika's comments during Nick's show live on Rumble. Before we jump into everything, I just want to note that I don't know what is and is not true regarding some of the questions and accusations leveled at Erika Kirk. I just know, as someone who is well aware of who Charlie Kirk was but didn't listen to him very often, I think the entire situation is depressing. From Charlie Kirk's death to what seems to be the collapse of TPUSA in real time. Love them or hate them, Turning Point is a force in conservative politics and seems to have done a lot of good for the culture and country while at its peak. Obviously, there are things I agreed with Charlie Kirk on, and there are things that I disagreed with Charlie on, but I do believe the world was a better place with Charlie Kirk in it. Charlie Kirk was the engine that built Turning Point USA, and I hope somehow, as long as their intentions are to better the United States, I do hope Turning Point finds a way to weather the storm that they currently find themselves in as an organization. My heart goes out to Erika Kirk and her and Charlie's children, as there will now be a hole in their children's heart that will remain open for the rest of their lives, and they still have the majority of those lives to live.
Erika, one of the most alarming things about Charlie's murder was the way that some people in this country reacted to it.
Yeah.
And not just online. This was an idea that you encountered a lot, and the idea was this. They kind of justified it. They basically said that because Charlie said or believed things that they believed were controversial or even hateful, that he somehow had it coming. What do you say to people who justified his death?
So I just want to cut in here real quick. This question is more about the left and the left's reaction towards Charlie Kirk, obviously, which... Man, there was some celebrating online. Like, these people did not give a fuck. They were happy. They looked at it as a cultural victory. Not even a cultural just a victory in general. And it, not only reveals their true colors, not that we didn't know their true colors anyway, but it just shows, hey, you may not want to fight, but these people are at war with you. So you better start taking it serious, but let's jump back into this.
You're sick. He's a human being. You think he deserved that? Tell that to my 3-year-old daughter. Excuse me.
So I'm going to cut back in here. One of the things, I've noticed about Erika Kirk, and this begins with her initially addressing the nation a couple days after Charlie Kirk's death. A lot of people, include on both sides, accused her of seeming a bit inauthentic or acting a little off. And Matt Walsh, in one of his videos the other day, even mentioned maybe she's acting a little off because she just watched her husband get assassinated in front of the world on live television. And, that's a good point, but it does seem like there's a bit of a facade. And I hate even saying, and I'm not saying a facade like she has malicious intent, but maybe she's just trying to put on a strong face or act a certain way in front of the media. I don't know. I've never been in her position, but I don't know. Every time we get into a situation like this, there seems to be a bit of inauthenticity, but I'm not accusing her of anything malicious. It's just something I think a lot of us have picked up on.
You want to watch in high res the video of my husband being murdered and laugh? and say he deserves it, there's something very sick in your soul, and I pray that God saves you. I pray, because that is what is so wrong. The internet in this world has dehumanized us.
And nothing she's saying there is wrong. You know, everything she said is spot on, but again, there's just something off. And maybe Matt Walsh is correct. I mean, obviously, nobody's going to be in their right mind after seeing their loved one, their spouse, family member, anyone getting killed like that. I mean, look, the death of Charlie Kirk, everyone I knew, and again, I didn't listen to him that much. I've got buddies. I mean, we all took it hard. And I think a lot of it was because that graphic up-close video. I mean, we saw it happen. We saw the result of that bullet hitting him, and it was graphic and it hurt. It felt like we all lost a family member. So, you know, again, I'm not judging Erika Kirk. I'm not accusing her of anything, but something seemed a little off on that.
The podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
The podcaster Candace Owens.
So now we're going to go ahead and jump into Nick Fuentes' rebuttal to all this. Let's just go ahead and jump over there, and I'll see you on the other end.
Did you guys see the clip? So she's on with the Israeli spy, Bari Weiss, after she's grabbing J.D. Vance's ass. And Bari Weiss goes, "So what do you have to say to Candace Owens, who built her business lying about blah, blah?" And Erika Kirk makes this like face. She goes, "Stop. That's it." And we're supposed to be like, Saint Olga in the flesh. The battle cry of the cries of the widow. Like, come on now. It's enough already. It's enough. It's really bad at this point. Like, you're not a good actress. This is not a compelling performance. Nobody is buying this.
And again, it's something we all seem to be picking up on here. I'm not accusing Erika Kirk of any malicious intent, but obviously, yes, it does seem like she's acting. It seems like there's some sort of facade going on, and on a base level, it creates distrust in a time where Turning Point USA and Erika Kirk need all the trust in the world. And again, I'm not going after her because I don't know the full story. If I was the type of person just to believe and go out, then I'd be going after Nick Fuentes after everything they've said about that man through the years. But he's becoming more mainstream than ever because once people actually have the opportunity to listen to Nick Fuentes, they realize that no, he's not this crazy extremist. He says what a lot of people are thinking and what a lot of people know. You know, so again, I'm not saying I trust Erika Kirk or I distrust her. I barely know her, but Nick Fuentes, again, is right, only calling out what everybody sees. Like, there's something inauthentic going on, but let's jump back into this, and I'll see you on the other side.
And look, I am not a Candace Owens fan at all, as you know. That doesn't mean that this does not stink. Like, this performance does not stink. Just drop it. Can you just be fucking normal? Because it's obvious that you're acting. It's obvious that you are putting on a facade. And that is hurting your credibility. And it's hard for anyone to be able to take their side when that is what they are offering. You know, The first week, nobody could say anything because you can't. When she did her speech on the Charlie Kirk show, and then she did the memorial, and then she was on the show again, and nobody could say anything. But now, here we are on the second wave, second leg of the tour. The handkerchief is back and better than ever. The handkerchief is actually sort of disappointed. Erika Kirk's handkerchief was recently beaten out by the artificial intelligence founders for Time Person of the Year. Should have gotten it. The handkerchief was the runner-up, so it was a little bit disappointing, kind of crushing. You know, they thought they had it, but didn't get it. The handkerchief is back and bigger and better than ever. It is making an appearance. We are on the second leg. We are on the 67th leg of the Erika Kirk tour. And honestly, though, it's just like, who's buying that?
And we want to root for Erika Kirk. I mean, Nick Fuentes handled it amazing after Charlie Kirk unfortunately died, you know, because they had a history together. And a lot of people might say that Charlie Kirk, who did platform leftist extremists and people with far more out there views than Nick Fuentes, yet Charlie Kirk refused to sit down and debate with Nick Fuentes or have a discussion with him. So considering their history, Nick Fuentes, when Charlie Kirk died, I mean, Nick Fuentes, if there was a hatchet to bury, he definitely buried it and just handled the entire situation professionally. You know, and I can't speak for the man, but I think it's safe to say we all want to root for Erika. We all want to root for Turning Point. But again, the acting, the inauthenticity, it is creating a distrust on a base level. You know, what's your take on the situation? I want to hear from you in the comments. I want to hear what you have to say about this. I do read all the comments, and I like hearing different points of view, different perspectives, different opinions, because that's the only way we really grow. That's how we expand our minds. That's how we find reasonable conclusions and sensible solutions. So yeah, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think.
You remember when she gave the speech and everybody said, I've seen that expression before. It's like Saint Olga. Don't mess with the... Come on. What is this now? What is this? It's like a Disney movie. Now what? She's the badass chick? She's going to be doing acrobatics and she's going to be flipping guys over her head? They think it's like a movie. It's one of these like girl power movies. She's with Bari Weiss. She goes... Stop. And we're supposed to say, shiver me timbers. Mike, this is terrifying. Oh my gosh. Scary. It's not scary. You're not tough.
So yeah, that's it. You've heard Nick's take on it. You've heard Nick's rebuttal. You've heard my take on it. And again, you know, at the risk of sounding like a simp or maybe worse, I do. I want to trust Erika Kirk. I want to see Turning Point succeed. I want to see it pass down to Charlie's son one day. But again, until whatever this facade is dropped, it's going to be hard for people to trust. And just looking back, you know, when Charlie first died, everyone was saying this is the turning point, you know, and it was a time to unite. And instead, it feels like we're more fractured and more fragmented than ever. And the whole situation has just turned ugly. And it makes me feel like Tyler Robinson got exactly what he was looking for when he pulled that trigger. And that's the disheartening part. But I want to thank you for tuning in today. God bless all of you. I'll be back with another video soon. So until then, just keep your head up and live to fight another day.